The ASICS NovaBlast 4. Great shoe. Love the shoe. Uh, if you watch some reviews, you hear that it's very versatile, and it is. It's a lightweight shoe. It's supposed to be a max cushion shoe, and it is. It has sort of a trampoline effect, which I like. It has a little bit of a rocker feel, which I like. So very comfortable shoe. The only downfall I've heard, and I haven't worn it in snow or rain or icy conditions, is the grip. Um, so we'll see about the grip. That's the only thing I'm a little bit worried about. But from other reviews, there's numerous runners that talk about the grip of the shoe. I'm not a big runner, but I wear shoes all day, more for comfort. And I do a workout every day. It might be a 2 to 3 mile run, or it might be like a high intensity workout where you're doing burpees, jumping lunges, high knees, stuff like that. Just for some background, I'm 58. I am 5'10", about 190 pounds. So that would tell you that, my weight and, how much pressure or force I put into my shoes. But I wanted to talk about why I like this shoe. I can put it on in the morning, wear it all day, go to the store, clean the house, do yard work, do whatever I need to do, get a workout in later in the day, take it off at 10 p.m., and my feet don't hurt. They feel good. So this shoe here is what I call versatile. It's an all-day one-and-done shoe that you wear all day, and you can work out in it or you can run in it. So it makes it a very versatile, all-day wear shoe. And that's one of the reasons why I like this shoe so much, is because of the versatility for my needs, and probably for a lot of needs out there. If you're looking to run a marathon, things like that, then, I'm not going to be able to give you any advice on that. But I want to give you, what I found out about this shoe and why I like this shoe. And some of the downfalls, like I said, is that the grip is apparently terrible. I haven't had a chance to test it yet. So if it is, I won't wear it in the wintertime or when it rains. We do get snow where I live. We get about 25, 26 inches a year of snow, and we do get some rain, but not that much rain. I do like that this tongue is gusseted. There's a gusseted tongue here, so I don't have to worry about the tongue moving around. But very good shoe. Another shoe that I like wearing all day, and I'm having a hard time picking which shoe do I like better, is the Brooks Ghost Max version 2. This has the DNA Loft version 3 foam, which is a pretty bouncy foam. It's a max cushion shoe, also like the ASICS NovaBlast 4, but there's definitely a different feel on these shoes. And I'm having when I pick a shoe to wear all day, these are the two that I reach for. This one feels a little bit more substantial on the feet. It is a little bit heavier, so it feels more substantial than the ASICS NovaBlast 4. Even on stack height, when you look up stack height, they're both in the forefoot, like 30 to 33 millimeters. But I feel the stack height a little bit higher in the Brooks Ghost 2 than I do in the NovaBlast 4, and even in the heel. So stack height wise, I think I feel it when I wear it on each foot. And right now I'm wearing Brooks on my left foot and the ASICS on my right foot. And I like to compare them like that and wear them all day, and then do a workout in them with one foot on each foot to see which I like better. But the Brooks feels like the stack height. I can feel the stack height a little bit more than I can on the ASICS NovaBlast 4, whereas this feels a little bit more substantial than the ASICS NovaBlast 4. So this one just disappears on my feet a little bit more than the Brooks. They both have a front rocker. One of the things I noticed about this front rocker, there's a trampoline effect, and you can sort of feel that. I can feel the front rocker on the shoe a little bit, but I feel the front rocker on the Brooks Ghost Max a little bit more than I do on the ASICS NovaBlast 4. And I think the reasoning behind that is that the ASICS NovaBlast 4, the rocker seems like it takes effect a little bit further into a stride or when I'm walking or jogging, where the Brooks Ghost Max feels like the rocker effect takes effect a little bit sooner in my gait. So both very good shoes. They're both very stable. They both have wide forefoots and wide heel areas, so they're both very stable shoes. But this one feels not as much stack height just when I'm wearing them on a shoe on each foot. And this one feels, I can feel the stack height a little bit higher. And this one feels a little bit more substantial of a feeling of a shoe compared to the ASICS NovaBlast 4. And there's a weight difference. The Brooks Ghost Max, although they don't feel heavy on my foot, this one disappears on my foot a little bit more. So which of these two shoes do I prefer? It's a tough one, because when I'm looking at putting on a pair of shoes, these are the two shoes that I'll go to. I'll put on the Brooks Ghost Max and be happy and comfortable in it. And same thing with the ASICS NovaBlast 4. A direct competitor to the ASICS NovaBlast 4 would be the Saucony Triumph 21, which I have right here. This is a very comfortable shoe also. This has a nice midsole that is very springy, and I would say out of these three shoes that this midsole is the most springy of them all. And as you can see it's like little styrofoam, little pieces of injected styrofoam with some air or nitrogen. I'm not sure exactly what they do to it, but this shoe here has more of a bouncy or springy styrofoam effect when you walk, but I don't really feel the front rocker on this shoe when I'm walking. So even though it's a little bit more springier when you run, and you can feel it when you run, when you're walking, you don't have that front rocker effect to propel you forward. But the grip and the durability of this outsole is great. I think it's equal to the Brooks Ghost Max on grip. And I'm not sure about the ASICS NovaBlast 4, although the reviews I've seen is that the Saucony Triumph 21's outsole should blow away the ASICS NovaBlast outsole when it comes to grip in wet or bad weather. But even though I like this shoe a lot, I find myself reaching a lot more for the Brooks Ghost Max 2 and the ASICS NovaBlast 4. And as you can see right now on my feet, hopefully I can put the camera right, I got the Brooks Ghost Max on one shoe and the NovaBlast 4s on the other foot, and they both feel very comfortable. They both feel very cushiony, very soft, with a little bit of spring. I can feel the trampoline effect on my right foot, the ASICS, but I can feel the rocker a little bit more. Even though this has a rocker, the rocker feel happens when I move my foot further, where the rocker feel on the Brooks Ghost Max starts a little sooner. So depends on what you're looking for, but like I said, very happy with the ASICS NovaBlast 4. Love this shoe. Very happy with the Brooks Ghost Max 2. Love this shoe. The Saucony Triumph 21, I do love this shoe too, but I don't really get that front rocker feel on this shoe. Although the grip and outsole is great. I think that's the reason why I'm reaching to these two shoes more often, just because they're very comfortable and they have a little bit of a rocker effect. This rocker effect's not as much, but it has the trampoline effect a little bit too. So for my needs, and if you're like me, you can't go wrong with either of these two shoes. Even though the grip may not be the best on the ASICS NovaBlast 4, where the Brooks feels like the grip is better, the downfall on the Brooks Ghost Max 2 is that it doesn't have a gusseted tongue. It doesn't really affect the feeling of the shoe or anything like that. It's just throughout the day that tongue, at least for me, slides to the outside of the shoe, and when I sit down or stop, I always readjust it. It's just aesthetics. So that's the only downfall I'd say on this shoe, is that they didn't gusset the tongue like they did in the ASICS NovaBlast 4, and the tongue is also gusseted in the Saucony Triumph 21. So if you're looking for a one and done shoe that you're going to be comfortable in all day, do all your daily tasks, get a workout in, wear them for 12 to 14 hours throughout the day, and then take them off at night and your feet not hurt, I would recommend either the ASICS NovaBlast 4 or the Brooks Ghost Max 2, because I don't think you can go wrong in either of these two shoes. And like I said, when I reach for a shoe from my closet every day, I'm either reaching for the ASICS NovaBlast 4 or the Brooks Ghost Max 2. Hope you found some value to this. Take care and try to have a good week.